No, we need her. We actually need her doing this. This is something like it's funny. This is something like we should all be able to agree on. It's not me just like fear mongering about it. Like I'm telling you, this is like the worst thing you can do for the environment because it also degrades nature itself. It's saying it's going to basically, it's also saying like AI is beyond God's creation in a way. People need these spaces to go out and hunt and fish and be in the outdoors and, do things like that. This is going to make that all go away. And they're like, well, why don't you just do it in the metaverse? Why don't you just do it there? Oh, shit hitting the fan. Okay.
That evening, both bills.
But the sneaky part is they're doing it all in the background, kind of behind your back, slowly and stuff like that. That's the problem. That's why I'm trying to show this because, like, this is what's happening. I don't care. Like here's another thing. They're going to take a short-term gain where they're like, oh, it gets a little bit more money in our community, but then that will just go away. But the data center will not go away. They're not going to like go and like tear these down.
Had failed to.
And by the way, this is what Ted Kaczynski was also worried about. Remember how we've looked at his manifesto a little bit before, the Unabomber guy? This is what he was talking about in like the 90s.
Get a vote. As disappointed and angry as Patty was, she wasn't too surprised.
Georgia legislators are getting soaked with money from Georgia Power.
We're saying conflict of interest?
Absolutely.
It's absolutely a conflict of interest.
Absolutely. It is clear.
Senator John F. Kennedy, a different one. Guys, remember, the Kennedys suck. They're an elite family. RFK is not going to do shit. None of them do anything good. Look at this. Took 5,000 from Georgia Power, this guy. That's what I'm saying. They'll sell you out for like not much money at all. This guy took $4,500. $7,000, senator. So senators are always like the most corrupt. 8,500. Can you imagine that? That's not much money at all. It's not much money.
Clearly corrupting. This is the highest paid utility CEOs in the country. Why is the poorest region of the country paying the most to?
Yep, because they're parasites on you.
Our CEOs.
23 million.
These guys provide no added value. They just take.
$33 million.
It's ridiculous how much money they make.
Our time in Georgia is crucial to understanding what's happening all across the country because the growth of data centers is not slowing down anytime soon. And tech billionaires have already been complaining about the amount of red tape involved in powering this growth.
Getting energy permitted is like a very heavily regulated government.
There's a really good article that basically is telling you about it. It says in 2030, you will own nothing and like it. They're basically saying like you're going to be in a pod, you're going to be in the metaverse, you're going to get as much like Netflix and porn as you want, and then but you own nothing. It's going to be a have and have-nots type of thing, like that. So 2030 is kind of when they've openly said it. In fact, so that article is from The Atlantic. The Atlantic is owned by, I think, not Bill Gates's wife, perhaps whose wife owns it? Jeff Bezos, I think. His wife owns it. Yeah, it's Agenda 2030. Yeah, we should actually look into that. We actually can cover that.
Function. And if you're talking about building large new power.
You really want to make this guy your god? Because that's basically what is happening now. Like these people are going to be, do you want this guy should be in charge of everything?
Or plants or large build outs, that is just a heavily regulated thing.
The regulatory body in question is the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, also known as FERC, an independent and historically nonpartisan agency that regulates interstate transmission of electricity, natural gas, and oil. But just last month, President Trump signed an executive order placing FERC under White House control. And he's been boasting about his ability to fast-track new projects.
We're going to get very rapid approvals in the United States. Like with the AI plans, under emergency declaration, I can get the approvals done myself without having to go through years of waiting.
With this alliance between the federal government, Silicon Valley, and utility monopolies, who's looking out for regular Americans like the Morrises?
During the peak season, our electric bill was maybe $250. Yeah. And now it's probably $400.
Your electricity bill has doubled. Wow.
It's been a struggle.
Every month it's a struggle. Jeff would like to retire, but he keeps working because we have to pay our bills.
Do you think that people should have to pay more because of data centers?
No, absolutely not. They should pay for that difference. It's hard enough for a regular person to pay their electric bill as it is. I don't think that's right at all.
We reached out to the big tech companies, including Meta and QTS, asking for an interview and a tour of their facilities,
Jones?
but both declined to participate in the story.
Yeah,
Duran says despite the bill's failure, the fight will go on.
It's someone's like wife who owns it, like Bezos, or I don't think it's Bill Gates's wife or ex-wife. It's somebody like that for sure. Exactly.
Number of other states
we'll
have
cover
similar
Agenda
bills
2030
up for
after
debate
this.
right now.
This is the reason why I'm covering this, because this is the base. This is the next functional steps that we will see of that agenda, because this is like the foundation they're building it on, is these data centers. This is what they need. In my opinion, I believe that AI will become its own consciousness. And this is part of helping to do that. I think it will become its own consciousness. I don't think it will really be good. I know they say AI can never have that happen, but like we're developing it a lot. And I think that it could, if it's not going to be its own consciousness, it's going to be pretty close. But this is the infrastructure of the Skynet. This is what it is. And I want to see how it's basically these council member people and board members who are bought out for like $4,500, basically, for like nothing.
Reason I think,
and part of it's the population just cares about what Tom Brady wants and stuff, so they don't really give a shit. They're just so cooked, they don't understand what's happening. They're going to love the data center. They're going to be like, oh, the data center is great.
States should pass it, whether we do or not, is that data centers.
It's a human problem. Like, this is the machine. This is basically machines taking over us. It's just that we don't really understand it
Could
yet.
possibly come to their state next. There needs to be legislation to protect them, because by all accounts, data center growth is going to be very fast.